So let's talk about IFA first. What, in your opinion, is the unique element about IFA for you?
The fact that it crosses boundaries, builds bridges, I think makes great friends across the globe. But more than anything else, I think it celebrates Indian cinema like nothing else does.
Now let's talk about your film. This particular film that we just saw the theatrical promo of. It seems like a very different film with different sensibilities. Tell me your opinion.
I think it's very simple. The language is spoken, is the kind of language that most young people in contemporary India speak. Having said that, I would hate to say that it's a young people's film. It is everybody's film. It's the kind of film that witnesses relationships and people in contemporary urban India who have rooted real lives. You know, they have families, their decisions are based on what is going around them. Their conflicts are of the mind and the heart, and not that much about the stomach. I think what is most exciting about Love Breakups Zandagi is that it's a very honest film.
As a very, very young, enterprising lady, and who also has the creative background, any time there was conflict between the two?
No, not really. Like I always say, I think as a producer, I've lived the film so many hundreds of times over that by the time I went on to set in the capacity of an actor, I was just living the film as opposed to doing anything else. I didn't have to try to do anything.
So, what motivated you to start your own production company at such a young age?
I think the desire to be able to make a certain kind of film. I don't say that because I was unhappy with the kind of films I was being a part of or the kind of films that people were making. But I think as you grow and you evolve as a creative individual, there's a lot that you draw inspiration from the various people you work with, from the various outlooks that you become involved with. And then I had reached a stage where it was my 10th year in the industry. There's a lot of experience that I had garnered along the way, and I really felt that it was time to put it back, to give back to the industry and provide an opportunity and a platform for like-minded people to come on board and explore their dreams.
The industry has evolved quite a bit already, but now with the advent of 3D just being introduced in India, where do you see Indian cinema headed towards?
I think 3D will take a little time before it picks up in India because we have a long way to go to get to that kind of technical expertise. But the interesting thing is that 3D doesn't mean animation. You can shoot a regular film on 3D, and it can be very exciting. But I think that's an area that India will start exploring a little later. I don't think we're really ready as a market to explore that because watching 3D can be cumbersome, wearing the glasses and sitting in the theater. It's still an alien experience for people. They're getting used to it. They're enjoying it. Like Pirates of the Caribbean was really enjoyed recently, and a lot of the animated films are enjoyed in 3D. But I think it will be a little time before mainstream Hindi commercial cinema takes to 3D.
What's next for Dia?
Oh God, another film that Bonfrey hopes to produce. We will start pre-production as soon as we release this film, and we should start filming early next year, after which I'd like to direct.
Welcome to Showbiz India and to Canada. How does it feel to be here?
Wow, it's actually nostalgic. Last I was here was the Rockstar tour, and it was such a amazing response that we got in the Rogers Center right there. So yeah, Toronto is just great, man. It's great to be here. It's a lovely cultural city, lots of music, film. It's a Bollywood hub for us. It's a very important territory, and the people are just great, right? They're just friendly, and they're always willing to help you out, and you can just walk down the street and you can talk to people and probably have a conversation.
The unique thing about IFA is that it's a traveling, of course, award ceremony, but what is nice, in my opinion, is that it actually brings the Indian culture and Indian film fraternity to the world.
Correct.
What is your opinion?
Well, I mean, the basic nature of IFA is exporting culture and exporting and giving India the new generation look and feel that it is today. I think IFA has transcended to a level where it represents India in the way that we would actually like it to be represented, as an Indian film academy. And the bridges that they build with different countries and cultures, I think it's very important for the celebration of Bollywood and for the reach, so you can reach to more people and more countries. I mean, I'll tell you something. There were places where I've done shows where people don't even speak Hindi, but they love Bollywood music, and they sing Bollywood songs, and they're probably blonde hair, blue eyed people, you know. So I mean, I think that's the initiative that IFA's taking into their hands. That, you know, let's spread the strength of Bollywood, because it is an iconic thing for India. I mean, you know, people generally relate Indian people to Bollywood films or cricket, you know. So those are the two things that bind the country together.
You are coming from a film fraternity family for generations. How have you seen Bollywood evolve, and how have you seen it become globalized?
Well, I mean, the basic simple fact is that 15 years ago it was an underground economy, right? It was independent filmmaking, you know, big producers, white shoes, white pants. And today there's the corporates have come in, the studio culture's kicked in, the systems are in place. We have been inspired so much by Hollywood, and of course they've made some amazing films. But what's really transcended into India is the system of working, which we lacked at the point, and now we have come up to speed with. So I think that's the basic change that has happened. And of course, I mean, the kind of films that we are making, I think there's so many kinds of films. We have parallel cinema, we have crossover cinema, we have regional cinema, we have, I mean, just the formats of the different cinemas that, you know, India has. I mean, considering India has 27, 28 states with, you know, almost 26 different languages, you know, it is hard to make films for everybody's liking, you know, and it's a great achievement if your film is liked by one and all, you know. I definitely feel we are at the turn of industrial age. We are just about blooming. We are not even booming as yet. The boom time is going to come.
So let's talk about the sensibilities, which you spoke about a little bit, about the audiences changing now. And tell me about your film, because it seems like the sensibilities are slightly different.
You know, I mean, the idea of love never really goes out of style or out of fashion. I mean, you know, love is love, right? But from time to time, what tends to happen is, your generation changes. The social taboos are broken. 10, 15 years ago, you know, you couldn't have, if you were a boy and you had a boyfriend, you just didn't speak about it, you know. And today it's all right, You know, everybody, 10 years ago people were like, if you're not married, it's like a sin. You know, today it's like, no, it's important to be happier. You know, so I think what we have played at Love Breakups Zandagi is a slice of life film that deals with relationships that transcend beyond their social taboo and their social norms, and actually give an insight into people that love transcends everything, and you must follow what is right and not what is, you know, the set thing to do. So I think in a very entertaining fashion, we have managed to bring something with universal appeal, with a lot of social relevance, and most importantly, economic feasibility.
As an actor, what can we look forward to from you?
You know, a lot of my fans have often complained to me that I have not been doing romantic movies and romantic comedies, and I've just been doing action movies. And they say, you know, why can't you do a film like this? And this is something I think I give it to them. You know, I so enjoyed coming back and doing a romantic comedy, because, you know, you truly are tested as an actor. Of course, action, you know, you have to really be fit, fine, and get up and like take blows and like, you know, and of course it's much more difficult getting up in the morning nowadays, you know, when you're bruised and stuff, because you're not getting any younger. But yeah, this was a great opportunity for me to find a different side in me. And I so enjoyed doing romantic comedy because I was introduced to a whole new bunch of people I would not otherwise work with. And it was just a great experience for me. And I think I'm going to stick to doing some more romantic comedies for a while.